Well, hello, and welcome to this English lesson about travel and tourism. The first word that I want to teach you is the word tourist. A tourist is a person that leaves their home to go visit another place, to just see the things that you can see in that place. They might even go to a completely different country. Today in Niagara Falls, Canada, there are a lot of tourists here to see the really beautiful waterfall. There will be a lot more later today. It's a little early in the morning, but there are a lot of tourists who have traveled here to see the waterfall and other things that you can see. Before I teach you the next word, though, I do want to thank Preply, the sponsor of this video. If you are planning to travel for some summertime fun, and if you're going to an English-speaking country, Preply would be a great place to find someone to help improve your English before you go. Someone can give you lessons so that you know how to speak English really, really well as you're traveling. And if you sign up today using the link in the description, you'll get 50% off your first lesson. So you might be wondering, am I considered a tourist today? And I would say no, I'm a local. In English, when you say someone is a local, it means they live close to the place where tourists usually come. So all of the people around me are definitely tourists. I'm a local. In fact, it only takes me about 35 minutes to drive here. So that's definitely closer than all of these people who are tourists. So the falls behind me is beautiful. In fact, you might describe it as scenic. In English, when you say something is scenic, it usually means that it's natural, it's part of nature, and it's just beautiful to look at. So I would say that this is definitely a scenic view. This is a very scenic place to come to do some sightseeing. Now, earlier I said people travel to see the things you can see in that place. The actual word for that is sightseeing. The people behind me are sightseeing. They are tourists. They have come to see Niagara Falls. They have come to see the things that are scenic. And the word we use to describe that is sightseeing. So if you look up in the sky behind me, you will see a hot air balloon. It's kind of far away and it's slowly coming down, but that is one of the attractions here at Niagara Falls. It's actually on the American side, so it's an American attraction. An attraction is something that people want to see or something that people want to do when they visit a touristy location like Niagara Falls. Maybe they want to see the beautiful flower beds. Maybe they want to see the zip line or go on the zip line. Maybe they want to go on that hot air balloon. Those are the attractions. And some attractions have admission. Admission is the word we use to talk about things that cost money. Some attractions are free. It's free to go and look at a beautiful flower bed, but some attractions have a fee. You have to pay money in order to do it. So an attraction is something people want to see in a touristy area, and admission is the price you pay if you want to see it or do that thing. Any place that has a lot of tourists usually has a peak season and an off season. Currently, this is the peak season for tourism here in Niagara Falls, Canada. In the summer, the weather is usually beautiful. It's a little cloudy today, and people come here because it's warm and it's nice to be outside. As opposed to the off season in the winter, where Niagara Falls is also very, very beautiful, but it's just less likely that people will visit, at least not as many people as would visit in the peak season. So when you're talking about tourism, peak season refers to the time of year when people are most likely going to visit that place, and the off season would be the opposite, the time of year when people are less likely to visit that location. So one cool thing about going to a place like Niagara Falls or any other tourist location is you will usually find souvenir shops where you can buy souvenirs. So a souvenir is a small item that you can buy to help you remember your trip. If you wanted to remember your trip to Niagara Falls, you would come to a store like this, a souvenir shop where you can buy souvenirs. So once again, a souvenir shop is a place that sells souvenirs, and souvenirs are small items that you can buy so that you can remember your trip at a later date. So there's a word in English we use to describe a place like this, and it's the word touristy. And it simply means a place where you will find a lot of tourists, a place where there are a lot of places where tourists want to go. There will be a lot of souvenir shops and attractions, and obviously those things result in a lot of tourists being in that area. So this is a very touristy area. Sometimes we use this in a negative way. As a local, I might add the word "too" in front and say, this area is too touristy for me. Sometimes when locals want to go out close to a place like Niagara Falls, they don't want to go to the place that's too touristy. They want to go to a place that's a little more normal. So touristy, a place that has lots of tourists, a place that has a lot of things that tourists want to see, a place that looks like this. This is Clifton Hill, by the way, a very popular touristy place in Niagara Falls. I do want to take a moment once again to thank Preply, the sponsor of this video. If you're planning to have some summertime fun by traveling to an English-speaking country, Preply is a great place where you can find someone who will help you improve your English before your trip. If you use the link in the description below, you'll get 50% off your first lesson. But maybe it's more than just traveling. Maybe your summertime fun is just improving your English because you love learning English. Maybe you're going to be going to school somewhere in an English-speaking country this fall. Preply is also a great place to find someone who will help you with that. So whether you're traveling to another country, maybe taking a test, an English test, maybe you're going to school in an English-speaking country in the fall, maybe you just love learning English. Use the link below, visit Preply, look for a tutor who matches your needs, someone who can give you personalized one-on-one English lessons to help you improve your English. Now, obviously, if you're going to go somewhere, you need a place to stay. You need accommodations. This is the English word we use to talk about hotels and Airbnbs, the places where you can stay when you are traveling to different places. Now, if you want to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb, you need to book a room. You need to go online or use your phone in advance so that when you get there, the room is reserved in your name. You will have a reservation. So when you travel somewhere else, you need accommodations. You need a place to stay. You need to book those accommodations in advance. So when you get there, you have a reservation. So I don't want to disturb the group behind me too much, but if you look, you'll see that there is a group there and they have a tour guide. A tour guide is a person who meets you at a touristy location and tells you about all of the cool stuff that you can see. They might tell you a little bit about the history. They might tell you what the cool attractions are that you should go see. And they might just kind of take you around and show you the things that you want to see. So that is a tour guide. So one of the cool things for me when I come to a place like Niagara Falls is sometimes I meet my subscribers. This is...
Hi, I'm Hyun Jung from Korea. Nice to meet you.
It's always cool to come to a place like this and meet people who watch my English lessons. So thanks for watching them. Another thing you'll see in a place like Niagara Falls would be something called a tour bus. A tour bus is a large bus that people pay money to go on so that they can see everything in that area. If you go on a tour bus here, you will most likely have an itinerary. That's a list with all the times and places where you're going to stop. And you will most likely also have a tour guide, a person that will tell you again about the history of the place that you are visiting. So that big green vehicle that went by is called a tour bus. If you go on it, you probably paid money. You probably have an itinerary listing all of the things you're going to do that day and when you're going to do them. And you'll probably also have a tour guide. Let's talk about the term bucket list. Your bucket list is the list of things you want to do in life before you kick the bucket, which is an English phrase which means to die. Maybe Niagara Falls is on your bucket list. Maybe you have a number of things you want to do. You want to go skydiving, you want to learn how to play the piano, and you want to visit Niagara Falls, among other things. Those would be the things on your bucket list. The really cool, amazing things you want to do before you die, before you kick the bucket. So this is a tourist map. A tourist map is a map, but instead of a normal map, it's a map that has all of the scenic places and attractions listed on it. So when you come to a place like Niagara Falls as a tourist, you want a tourist map so you can find the things that you want to see. So I'm in Canada right now, but if you look in the distance, you will see the entry point to the United States of America, because the river down below is the border. A border is a line between two countries, and if you travel, you might have to cross a border in order to enter another country. So if I'm in Canada and I go across this bridge, I will cross the border and I will enter the United States. And of course, if you cross a border, you're going to need a passport. A passport is a travel document, the most official travel document in the world. It's a little booklet and it says where you were born, where you're from, and inside it will have your picture and other information. So when you travel, make sure you bring your passport. Well, thank you so much for watching this English lesson about travel and tourism. If you want to continue improving your English, don't forget to visit our sponsor Preply. Use the link in the description below for 50% off your first English lesson. I'm sure you'll find someone there that can help you totally improve your English. If this is your first time here, don't forget to click that red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Consider becoming a member. Membership has privileges. You can find out by clicking that button, and I'll see you next week. Bye.